there's so many of us here. We call ourselves Christian, but we don't read the Bible. We call ourselves Christian and we don't. In the Bible, in the book of Matthew, it says, in the last day, you will hear about miracles. You will hear that people do miracles. Do not go. Jesus clearly said it. He said, many will call me Lord, Lord, but I do not know them because they do not know God. How are you going to call yourself Christian? You read the Bible, but your pastor saying to you, I'm going to wash you. What about the pastor that made people eat grass? I'm telling you.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's like we love. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say then. See, because there's so much poverty in Africa, a pastor is put on a high pedestal. Yeah. So when a pastor's saying something, because they're seeing that God has done miracle in his life, they're going to take that word for literal. Sorry. Yeah. And then fast forward now, they'll believe everything that he's saying because he's deemed as a holy being.
When you see the book of Exodus, especially when the children of Israel came out of Egypt, and there was one time when God departed from them, because in the night he was walking with them as, fire, and in the morning, whatsoever. At one point, God said, you know what? Meet me at the top of the mountain. So, he didn't say, Moses, meet me at the top of the mountain. He said, all of you to meet me at the mountain. He just said, meet me at the mountain. Then the people said, no, we don't want to go. Moses, you go. They made a choice. But God gave them opportunity to enter into his presence all together.
But the problem is, it's the blind leading the blind.
The thing is, we think if you're in the presence of God, I feel like if I'm following you, you guys never heard that Lingala. I think Patrice sang in a song, or if you're a child of pastor, you think on the last day, one of the child of pastors said that on the last day, my mom, if my dad goes in heaven, I'm going to diambulakana papa, pungabena matalola. Many people have that kind of mindset, thinking because of my leader or my elder is in the presence of God, they're fasting and doing this. That means I will also, because I'm just following them. But if you read in the book of Romans, it says knowing does not make you justify. It's the doing. So individually, you have to participate or do the things that God wants you to do. Participate. Listen, leave me alone. I speak like different language.
Do you know what I've clocked here? Do you know why pastor children are bad, yeah? Because they're just trying to show everyone that we're normal.
No, parce que mi limo ma beba pastor balongo laga. E dembe laga ni corona bango.
There's a point to that. Listen,
there is a point, but I can only talk about my view.
No, I hear that.
I try to show everyone. I can
understand this here. Hold on. Let me just cut you there. Yeah. You see, when you're spiritually elevated, and you've got spiritual eyes and things like that, they will not touch you. So they go for something that it's not you that can cause distraction, so that you can now become weaker than you were stronger.
So they'll go for the
yeah. So now you're saying that
oh Zolo Amélie. Comment vous prêchez pour Zomela? Ah, anxiété, obité, kotaka.
Il faut voir un peu de vin.
Ah, peuple, vraiment. Why in every movie do they always give Jesus a deep voice?
So was he meant to have a high
what
voice?
If he's got like a normal voice?
No, if he had a high pitch, I would never take him serious. Imagine Jesus going, hallelujah!
Angel, you're so dumb,
Oh my days. But I feel like too many pastors have taken advantage, especially of young people. And I feel like this is one thing I specialize in. I've started to really go in deep about is mental health. We come from a country where there's war. We come from a country where trauma is something like a daily thing that you see and watch. We come from a country where rape, abuse is something.
Like
it's a norm.
Yeah.
And
Like a norm,
the
yeah,
reason why many of our people, when they come to Europe, they suffer mental health, stress, high blood pressure, and all of these things. Because now we're being taught that these things are wrong, and stress is a trigger of so much trauma. And I feel like the church, and I'm trying to bring the balance between mental health and religion, because I feel like there's so much telling us, even a person is addicted to alcohol, Sambila, Zamba Edu. But the same Bible says faith without work is invalid. So it means you have to have faith, but you also have to do the necessary, the necessary thing to get the result that you want.
Yeah.
The Bible says, he says, I have accomplished it all. It is finished. But even though he says it is finished in the spiritual aspect. But in the physical aspect, you need to take the step that's needed. Both dynamics need to combine together to bring an existence or to bring a change.
But the same way as well, you see the same way you're saying, we're coming from a country where, you know, mental health and things like that, But understand as well, too many people, no, not too many people, the younger, we're speaking about people our age, so let's put a bracket from, we'll put in the 18 plate, is that too young?
No, that should be right.
So 18 plate, to just say 35 plate. Is
Go a
too
bit
young?
higher.
Okay, 38.
Okay, that's
Okay.
quite near.
So now many people, so that age bracket, everybody's fighting demons that we don't know. Yeah. Now everybody wants a solution. A lot of certain people, if you're growing up in a Christian background,
Do they want a solution or they want the pain to stop?
they want the pain to stop, but and a solution. A man can go through a mad thing, but he just wants a way out so that he can deal with that solution. Do you understand?
Some people see it as a solution, but some people just want the pain to stop. Do you know why? Because the same people, you'll see that they're delivered from the same thing, but they will always go back and do the same behavior.
Because, hold on, bad habits are hard to kill.
This is what I mean. When we're talking about church, when we start talking about the church, because I've suffered with it, like enormously, like, because every time it was like I had my addiction, they'll be like, oh, il faut prier. I came from a household where my background is all about abuse, innit? That's why I'm a bit like, I feel like when I came to church, I kind of like, you know, when you hear about pastor or people preaching about Jesus, it sounds like this perfect man.
Yeah.
And then there's that feeling inside of you. It's that energy that you feel like, I want this man. I want to get close and I want to do everything that to please this man. And he is real. And some people have encounter with him. You've had vision and, you know, whatever. But then I found it difficult because I didn't heal from the trauma that I had. And we African or Congolese, we tend to, where the trauma has happened, we let the victim be in the trauma. And we never recognize a victim as a victim.
What do you mean the victim be in the trauma?
Okay, let's say for example, it's proven there's a lot of rape in our community, in a Congolese community.
Yes, I don't
And
doubt
then you will still be gathering with that uncle or that auntie that raped
Knowing
you.
that, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you're
But
living.
You know what it is, yeah? Obviously, we're always going to be stuck on each other, innit? So let's just get into the habit. But I hear what you're saying. Somebody on Twitter said, yeah, the reason why a lot of Congolese people don't date each other is because your parents have told you was about cousin. Yeah? Hold on to that thought, yeah? Do you understand me? Omoni baloba famille is a famille. So go look almost a famille, let's deal with it en tant que famille. You understand
But
me?
do they really deal with
But
it?
that's the problem. That's the problem with it is like, but maybe mentality ya kin or Afrique and the boy here.
But I'm not talking about someone that's a family friend. I'm talking about someone that's a family.
The bad thing with the Congolese community, it is that a situation will come up, it'll get put under the carpet.
Yeah.
A situation will come up, it get put under the carpet. Until now, that carpet now, the dirt is coming to fill up and fill up and fill up.
But
and that's
isn't
when
that
it
the
becomes
same
an
thing on me
explosion.
saying? Isn't that the same thing on me saying that the victim is still living in trauma?
Yes.
No,
Because you
don't.
don't. Because let me tell you something. Yeah, being a victim from such event, you always live with it. You always cover, even if a lot of us have been abused. As always, we don't want social service involved because
100.
we haven't actually understood. A lot of our parents haven't actually understood what is the role of a social worker. What do they look? And that's why some social some social worker have also taken advantage of that. Not only because they've seen a language barrier, but they've seen this person are not very informed of what our role and what are their rights. I feel like with the church, so many people, because they hear God is peace, God is this, they feel like all the pain, all the stress, they will never have to have a battle again. I remember even when I gave my life to Christ, I was like, boom, that's it. Beef is done. Satan.
No, but
how did you find it though when you gave your life to Christ?
I'm not gonna lie, it was in the beginning.
When was this?
Huh?
When was this? What year?
Yes, you call him.
No comment.
So basically, I think it was 2016. I remember when I met my pastor's wife. I used to go to the church once every month.
Wow.
So, tell her, it starts somewhere, bro. What you laughing?
Exactly. At least you went.
When's the last time you went to church? What? When's the last time you went to church?
What was it?
Tell her solo. L'huile d'olive. Onction.
It's Bluetooth device. So go borrow ko la ki penye na pastor Mike. Na mona tweet more be penye na baka ki Rebecca. She goes, look at what you guys done now. My baby daddy stopped me from 2 of my kids. Couple weeks later, I'm seeing him. He's singing. Je suis ma justice. Okay. Wait, hold on. And then I've looked down. And then he's got now custody over the kids.
But we don't know that actually.
You see, in that Pelia situation, so this is meant to be a man of God. This is like...
No, but he's a narcissist. I'm not going to lie.
So
I call him a narcissist.
So
he's a narcissist.
Okay, he's a narcissist now, But so people still listen to his music. Though.
But that's how Congolese... This is why I said we are people that live in trauma. And we are taught to just live with it and get along with it and be with the people that are perpetrators.
Okay.
Michael Ambai, he played what I would say he's a really, really true Congolese guy. Because ask our community, if I'm loud, she's quiet, right? I'm loud. If you were to choose between us, who would you go for?
The quiet one.
But
I'm not quiet, I can't lie.
But I'm just giving an example. Because you will go for the quiet one because you think the quiet one are safe. Sometimes
opposite.
Opposite. Yeah, but the thing is, no. But we're just taught to just look at outside.
Yeah.
Because I can be loud. It depends on the circumstance you found me. And I'm not gonna lie. There are people that are just cuckoo, blah 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 blah. But everybody made Michael her seem crazy. You need to see Penien. She was in an abusive relationship. It doesn't matter even if you're my husband. Laying your hand on me, laying your hand on me, and I'm saying it to all the ladies, and I always say it.
I'll always be the devil's advocate, but continue.
I will say this: from the minute you as a man decide, even me as a woman, decide to lay my hand on you, especially after having the kids
and during
my kids, you are no longer my man. You're just you're an abuser.
Okay,
so, but hold on. Afterward. In our community, it's like in marriage, everything's supposed to be secretive. That's how you are certified a woman if you do not talk about what you're going through. You do not talk about your abuse. She came out in public and said, listen, this is the person that you guys idolize. This is the person that you guys respect. Look what he's done to me. Everybody called her fake. Everybody called her liar. Everybody called her that she's embarrassing.
Let me say my bit now,
It's disgusting.
I got your thing. You see, marriage is something that it's a holy communion, So you have to protect your significant half by all costs. You know what I'm saying? So you go, I'm old school. When I say old school, it's like I go from the biblical things and the things that I feel fit. Do you know what I mean? That I will use in my marriage. I can never go on social media and post my relationship issues with anybody. Why is that? Because you allow anybody to know about your personal relationships or your issues, it becomes something that will use against you. You know what I mean? That is one thing. The problem is she was 18.
When she got married.
18. And he was how old? In his 30s.
Of course.
Yeah? You have to know how to protect your marriage. Sometimes you don't need to bring it into social media. Why do you need to bring it into social media? No, everybody's allowed to do anything. Not everybody's allowed to go on social media.
Do you know what I'm gonna cut at you? Do you know why she came on social media? Because listen to this, yeah. Mike Kalamban is born and bred in Congo. Pernell is born and bred here in Europe. So
Europe,
in Dallas,
in America. Do you understand? Yeah. And the age difference, which is perfect, you did it good. But the thing is, Mike Kalamba is an artist. He's not a simple person. Exactly. If it was Prezzo, I don't mind telling like
he's an artist as well.
Wait. They're like, as I know big. So they're big. But she needs pulling. I came out of a relationship with a Lingala Kata. When he hurt me, imagine that I was seeing a lot from his family and I was seeing a lot he was doing. When I approached his family member, everyone was like, "Oh, you can't be saying." The fault was always related to me.
So they never even.
Do you understand? It was never about what I'm feeling. When I went to my family and explained to my family, "Oh, yo salaka matata, yo salaka moto, yo salaka boy," but I was suffering mentally to the point that even when after he left, he abandoned me in the hospital. Went even to tell my parents. He went to my parents with his mom. And afterward, my dad believed it. Do you understand? My own family. Let me tell you something. I was disowned.
How old was this person?
Bruv, he's like what? He's 7 years older than me.
And where was he born? In Congo? Or was
he was born in Congo and
see, this is the
but
problem.
I was born
that's where the problem lies.
Listen, I was born.
That's where the problem
it's not only
lies.
that. There was evil. There's evil. I was not born here. I was born in Congo, but I came here young. All I'm gonna say is this year, experiencing what kind of similar with Penyen. It's harder for a woman to come up. Similar in the sense of I was abused mentally instead of physically. There was some physical interaction, but when it came to my family, to tell my family, they believed him more than me. Do you understand?
Okay, yeah.
And when it comes to Penyen, even probably she went to her family. Looking at how Penyen is, I think all that the rudeness that she has and everything is a defense mechanism. If you study domestic violence, you study mental health, our brain, even our own body as we see here, it has its own defense mechanism. Yeah. We have the red blood cell and the white blood cell. If you get a cut, it tries to defend itself. So when you're trying to scream out for help and the society or the community or the people that are supposed to help you, they're not helping you. For her, it's even worse because he's a celebrity in the community. A gospel celebrity. Not even Kofi Olomide, but gospel.
She's not even called her mum, no?
She got called me pastor. As I put the gospel,
hold on. You said something about having the child, whatever, yeah? Before you reach that stage of having a child, yeah? There's ways to protect yourself. There's no lies. Look at the lies. Okay, what all adults say, yeah? What all adults say, we're all mature. There's contraceptions that we can put in place. There's condoms. There's things. Does that mean?
Pause.
Okay,
pause. These contraceptions.
Please, Mama, look back. So you're landing. They think it's easy to for you guys.
These things that you're saying that women can take to prevent pregnancy, yeah? Let me tell you, morning after pill, if a woman is ovulating, she's still likely to get pregnant.
Okay.
Even with pills, she's likely to get pregnant.
Okay.
Because with pills, hold on. Because you like to bring these as men. You feel like you've educated yourself on a woman's body, woman's hormones, how it works and how it. But you like to come here.
Mama land now.
Let me tell you something. You guys think you guys are so clever, know this.
Exactly.
Even if a woman, my first daughter, I got her on pill. My second son, morning after pill. Do you understand? And all of that, you can't tell me that I didn't protect myself. But then you men will still come here. You guys will
walk about my path.
But even if you wear condom, you guys mandingo can swim out and it breaks it. Cheap condom. Imagine you're getting a condom that's not even your finger size.
And you know it's easy to go.
Cisse, what game have you got for us today?
I've got 3 games I'm gonna play.
Yeah,
3 games.
Wow.
I want you to name 3 Congolese churches that you know from the back of your head. Bait Congolese churches.
Why do I have to be bait?
Wait. We're gonna start from 1.
I've only got 2 in my head.
Start from there.
Okay. Well, I might as well start from here.
I've only got 2.
So we'll start clockwise.
Yeah. Right.
Come on.
Ez Mangimbo. I've only got 2.
Ez Mangimbo.
Ez and Mangimbo.
Zion.
Yeah.
Damn.
La Gloire.
Yeah.
Ciao, you only got 2. Next.
That means you make up my.
What did I say?
I already said Ez.
I be good to know.
I said Ez and Mangimbo.
Okay.
You said Zion.
Okay.
And La
Zion,
Gloire.
Zion, La Gloire. Les Messagers.
Nini?
Les Messagers.
You
You know who they are.
So I'm asking Bangis. Sorry.
The way he's saying it as well.
Nzambe Malamu. That's a church.
Yeah.
Nzambe Malamu. The third one. Kosi's church. What's Kosi?
Zion.
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 I only know 2. That's not the only thing. I'm a Gembo.
Mangimbo.
I would say there's Mangembo.
Damn, I forgot one more.
Mangembo, Bethel.
Who's better?
There's Bethel.
What pastor?
There's, I don't know, some pastor.
Okay.
Somewhere in London.
Name 3 bait Congolese pastors.
Pastor Kosi.
Wait. We haven't even started. We're starting this way.
That's the only
No,
name I
we're
know.
starting
I
this
don't
way.
know.
Okay, Pastor Maps.
You're gonna say-
Pastor Ogi. And I don't know if you said pastor, but if he leads combat spiritual, the Papa Raf.
But are they bait ones though?
The bait.
Mama Olangi.
She's not in London, bro.
But you didn't say in
She
London.
Koufaki déjà.
Well, she was one, wasn't she? When she was alive. She Koufaki déjà. Alors, quand on a on vit avec Nani.
We have Tambulukoki.
Nani?
I'm lost.
I'm
Adina
wasn't
Bala.
born then.
lost.
I heard that.
And then we have who else? Pastor Marcelo.
Yeah,
So you see the 2 names that I've mentioned there.
But Marcelo is just recently
Well,
now,
okay,
man.
it's bait though.
He's just recently
Actually, wait.
now,
The 2
bro.
names that I said they're not bait, but I'm about to be now.
No, we're talking about bait.
Exactly. He's changed
Come
the
on.
rule because
I
it's
know
him.
you'll be
Okay,
saying
let me hold on.
All I can say is Pastor Kosi, boy. That's the big one. I don't know.
You won't find my
What's your
dad.
pastor's name?
Papier.
Papier.
Yeah.
Pastor Ogimbona, Pastor Maps.
I said it though.
Why does Danny Lacey come into my head?
Denny.
And Nira Olobi.
3 bait Congolese artists.
In the UK.
Congolese gospel artist.
Gospel artists in the UK.
In the
I don't
UK.
know.
Wait, in the
Are
UK.
you
Yeah.
serious?
I've got 3 already in my head.
I wanna leave this place right
What do
now.
you get?
Yeah.
I can't langana everything.
Everything?
No.
Okay.
I forgot his
I
name.
have one. Her name is Giselle Matt. That's like a mother. She raised me. Like, yeah. And then we have Frère Ogi.
He's from UK.
Yeah, Ogi. Is it? No, it's Odi. Odi.
Odi
don't know.
Kamango.
Odi
That's why I
Kamango.
got
Yeah,
confused.
sorry, Odi.
He
then-
must be pissed at you for saying his name.
As a peace, na pardon. A peace, as I'm saying, I'm because I peaceful. And the third one is Belotirema.
Héritier.
Belotirema. So I've named
Is that
two.
Michael? Oh,
I've
no.
named 2 as artists basically.
It was have a moment about
Sika. I forgot one. Wait,
Benika.
can I
From
drop one?
Ez?
No. Her name is Natalie Diva.
Oh, I know one.
as a gospel.
Ruth
Ruth Misambo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just only one.
Yeah. That's enough.
Go on, no, you're after me anyway. So after I
Ruth
practiced it
Misambo.
4. Go
Yeah,
on.
but I don't know these other people.
I bet they become attacking bangist.
There's
And
Héritier.
it's Annie.
Songolo.
Oh yeah, to the short one.
Yeah.
Levitic. He calls himself, I forgot. There's also Nani Susu, Nisalesi. There's Iken.
Iken. That's what we
yeah,
was gonna say.
Iken.
Iken Tuki.
Misambo.
Manaselelo.
Manaselelo.
Oh, yeah, Lelo.
There was also who remember Baponami? Who remember Baponami?
Yes.
What is
Bajola.
Yes.
that group, Soki Elion.
Elion.
How can I forget them?
So, but no. Wait, we're dropping groups. Said names of artists.
Oh, bro.
I said
What's that, bro?
Manaselelo.
Bruce. What's his name?
I was
Bruce.
like,
The big one, Bruce.
Hey, yo, get back.
Oh, what? So, what do you mean?
He's a musician.
Is he not?
Well, he actually
he's
not-
the main thing, isn't he? He's the
What,
main.
what group is this?
Elion.
He's from El Leon.
Elion.
Bruce.
Oh,
Yeah.
in that group.
Yeah, Bruce. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Bruce?
there's 2 people that actually got
Benny Kibala.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
And who?
You could have just said his parents. Kuba Kibala.
Etelimati.
No, but they actually.
Mais tout ça, la génération, ma parents n'a pas voté.
On
fait toujours des pétages.
But anyway, thank you guys for coming. It's been a pleasure having you guys on the panel. Not even a panel.
Make sure you subscribe to Kitoko TV. Look, we got.
Nalingana lo baboya. Mi balo boza ba jigolo. Mi balo musala bino ko zebisa bala bata po bokimi. Zamba locate bino. Boba la ka otambo bobeta mikinza people.
I'll be right there.
What sort of curse is that one?
Bro, and these girls that don't allow the baby dad to see the children, yeah?
I've seen a video of a guy from, I think he's gone to Nigeria. This is going to be too explicit. He raped Nganga's daughter. And then the guy cursed to me a bit.
I saw that.
Oh my God.
What happened? He said, Bruce, I don't know. One day I love one girl and the next day I am farting everywhere.
Oh my God.
And all the baby moms that don't allow the baby dad to see the child, unless there's a really good reason, then if there's no,
what is a good reason?
Because that child will be looking at you. Why? And they will find out the truth sooner or later. It's better for you to tell them the truth and help them to learn about their emotions than later. And please, Congolese community, we need to learn about mental health, domestic violence, abuse, and
that's
trauma.
That's gonna be a topic that we're gonna talk about, and we're gonna have you back on this panel. Okay?
We're out.
You know,